What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas for you guys watching on the 25th. Hopefully you guys are having a great relaxing day. What are you guys doing? Watching videos on YouTube. You guys should be spending time with your family. I mean, playing Raid. I'm just joking. Whatever you guys are doing, hopefully you guys are having a great Christmas. Now in this video, I want to talk to you guys about a Christmas disaster that I just figured out for my main account here. And I am absolutely sunk. I'm absolutely sunk about this. And I feel this is one of those relatable instances where the viewer can probably relate to the content creator a lot in this situation. And that is basically being completely out one of the rare champions for this Yuki Masa fusion. So I'm missing one of these void rares, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out where this rare went. I don't think I fed him because I still have the prompt that stops you from feeding fusion pieces. So I definitely did not feed him off. I probably missed an event somewhere. And you know what? It's just been so hectic and busy leading up to Christmas that it's not surprising that I missed an event. Like I said, in other videos, I run 2 accounts. I make content. I have a full-time job. I have a family. I do takeover stuff on the side. I run a cluster. I run a clan. I'm in 2 clans. You know what I mean? So there's just a lot of stuff going on. And this is one of those mental gaps. I've had one of these before on my alt account last year for the Mad Hatter. And I actually missed the Mad Hatter, which was very, very disappointing. But I did pull the Mad Hatter from a random shard on that account, which really, really helped because Mad Hatter is such a great champion, right? So I was really bummed out during that fusion. And again, almost 1 year later, now I make this kind of mistake again on my main account. And it's a void rare. It's not going to be easy for me to get, but I think I'm not totally sunk for this fusion just yet. The saving grace in this is that upcoming on Boxing Day or the 26th, I don't know if you guys celebrate Boxing Day or if you guys have Boxing Day wherever you guys are from, but on Boxing Day, the 26th, we do have a 2x boost for void shards. So we have a 2x boost for void shards. That gives you a 2x chance of getting legendaries and epics. And it's during the champion chase, which is going to be for the Yuki Masa fusion piece as well. Now, that gives you me a good excuse to pull void shards during that event. Now, keep in mind that I won't be able to pull or fuse the 3rd epic. So I can only fuse 2 of these epics. And I won't be able to fuse the 3rd one because I'm missing the piece, right? Unless I commit to doing one of the events at the same time as the champion chase. I guess I could do that and I can still fuse 3 of these pieces. But I'm really looking for one of the rares so that I can fuse the 4th one and then get Yuki Masa. It kind of lines up pretty well, but keep in mind that the 2x boost does make it less likely that I get rares from the void shard during the event. Now, either way, this is a really, really bad situation to be in because first of all, I don't really want to pull void shards if I don't have to. I have lots of things that I can spend for the champion chase that will give me points. For example, fusing the epics for the fusion. That's going to give me a bunch of points. I have a bunch of remnant summons here. 6 remnant summons. That's minimum 1,500 points right here alone. And there's also going to be Hilvy's also up for grabs as well. I want to pull her and build her out for this account. I think she's really, really good. So that's another couple hundred points there as well. So I can easily clear the champion chase just with random stuff in my account without actually having to commit serious amount of shards. I also have brawl malls and all that stuff. We can pull mystery shards, which are great for champion chase, but now I'm short the damn void rare, which means pulling the void shards now have higher incentive. Now, if you guys are in my position, would you guys gamble and pull the void shards off the 2x so you guys have a higher chance of pulling the rare off the 2x than you do during the 2x, which you lose a couple percentage points? And also keep in mind that we do have some rewards coming for this champion chase. I think they're already listed. Let me just double check here. Yep, here it is on the player and play calendar. So we have the big Eternal Soulstone, we have a mythical book, we have a medium Eternal Soulstone, which is kind of nice. We don't really see the medium one here in the champion chase that often. And then we have a small Soulstone and a legendary book. So generally speaking, these rewards look pretty good to me. A big sweetener would be if they added a winner take all kind of bonus prize, maybe a 5-star soul that for a champion. That would be really nice, especially if I need to commit a bunch of void shards to this, which I don't really want to. But we have some decent rewards, right, coming for the champion chase. So, you know, just further incentivizes pulling the void shards. We do have a 10x boost on Lady Noelle and Tormund as well. Both of them I don't really want because I have them already. So that's, that kind of hurts a little bit to pull the void shards there. But I was wondering, what is the odds and how many void rares are there in this game? What are the odds of pulling my fusion void rare that I need to complete the fusion? And then I just wanted to see how good or bad I should feel going into this. So I specifically asked Gemini on Google, opening void shard, there is an 83% chance of getting a rare champion. There is a 1 in 58 chance of getting the rare champion that I want. I have 150 tries. What is the probability that I will get this rare champion from 150 tries? And Gemini says 88.5% chance. So it's a decent chance. It's a good enough chance, I think, that I probably should go for it, because if I pull the void rare, I basically get a legendary champion out of it. Also, I get some more points for champion chase and all that, and I could theoretically win the champion chase, perhaps, and then pick up some additional rewards that way. I'm just trying to think about it for myself, see if it's actually possible. But an almost 90% chance to do it from 150 void shards. 150 void shards during a 2x event, it's going to give me roughly about 15,000 points. That could be grounds to potentially win the champion chase. It's really unfortunate. I don't really want to pull 150 void shards, but I have to think about it as, hey, I'm pulling the void shards to basically get a legendary champion out of it, basically win potentially the champion chase, and potentially get some additional legendaries from the 2x boost. So it's not totally lost, and it's not total waste. It would be a total waste if I don't get the rare. That would be a total waste. And of course, there's going to be a percentage chance that that happens. And that's going to be like the end of days for me, I think. Basically blowing my my void shard stash, gambling for a rare, which didn't come, and then for champion chase, which is not, is not for a winner take all kind of thing. But if it is a winner take all, then that's an additional sweetener. Let's ask Gemini, what about pulling off the 2x? What if I did it pulling off the 2x? What are my total percentages from 150 shards? And actually the percentage didn't go up that much. I said opening the void shard gives me 91.5% chance, which is basically having no 2x boost. No 2x boost. And Gemini says it's a 90.8% chance. So it's only about 2% better over 150 shards. So the probability of me pulling at least one rare from 150 shards is about 90% on the 2x or off the 2x. So obviously I'm going to take my chances pulling on the 2x. Now, this is AI, right? So we're not going to trust it 100% here. Obviously, if you guys are really good at math and probability, let me know in the comments below if some of this math is wrong. I calculated that there's 58 void rares, and obviously we need one specific one. And I want to know the probability of getting that one specific one from, let's say, 150 void shards. I don't want to spend 150 void shards. If I can get it for less, that'd be absolutely amazing. Actually, I'm going to ask Gemini this. Pulling on the 2x with the 2x rates with 100 shards, what are the odds of me getting the rare? And it says 76.3%. I don't know if I can stomach that. I don't know if I can stomach 3/4 of 3/4 of the probability to win. So 76% chance to pull the rare with 150 shards. I don't know. I don't know if I can stomach failure with 100 void shards to gamble here. But you know what? It's Christmas. It's the holidays. Usually around the year end, I like to just kind of reset myself for the new year. That's kind of what I did last year and the year before that. I kind of like, I'm just gonna go into the new year, with a fresh, set of shards, and then we'll go from there. So I kind of like that idea, but honestly, this 10x doesn't really appeal to me. Like, we have a 10x that will be active for Lady Noelle and Tormund. Both of the champions are great, and they were indirectly buffed, but I'm not too interested in them because I have them both, and there's no real reason for me to get more of them. So I don't know. I'm not too bothered by these 10x's. Kind of makes me think that I want to go for the pulls on the last day where there is no 10x boost on these champions. That might make sense. However, I want to be able to pull the rare as soon as possible so that I can commit myself to the other fusion events. So that's another bit of a pickle, right? Do I pull on day 1, day 2, or wait till day 3 with no 10x boost and then pull my shard. But if I wait till day 3, I would have lost a couple days going for the other events for the fusion, which might jeopardize those rares as well. But anyways, guys, I'm in a little bit of a pickle, right? I've lost one of the void rares somehow. I must have forgotten one of the events because I don't think I don't think I fed them. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever missed out on a fusion because of mental gaffes or whatever. You guys fed the champion. I've seen somebody accidentally empower their epics for this Yuki Massive fusion. This happened during on Reddit. Somebody posted a picture of himself with the empowered epic. Absolutely soul crushing. I think he was on autopilot and he empowered the epic. Matic Eyes of Assyrion here. So he actually showed Matic Eyes of Assyrion as a +2, and that was his fusion. He just did it kind of on autopilot, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy. So this guy probably feels a million times worse than I do. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments below if you guys ever made any kind of mental gaffes in terms of your fusions. I've seen people miss fusions because they just missed out on the timer. They have the 4 epics level 50 fully ascended, but no fusion because they missed the timer. I've seen that. That's a pretty big mistake as well, but absolutely so crushing. So for me, I'm actually in a slightly better position than some of those people because I do have a chance to make the rare void champion come up on the weekend here during the 2x. If I pull 100 void shards, I have a 76% chance of landing that rare. And, you know, if I pull 150 void shards, it's about 90% chance to land that void rare. I really hope I can do it. I've been missing some of these 90% odds on some of these gambles lately. For example, you're 90% likely to pull a legendary, pulling with 1% rates up until 200. So the probability of you getting one legendary within 200 pulls, if you're, for example, if you're pulling on a 2x, so basically not hitting mercy, is about 90%. So 1 in 10 people will reach mercy even if you pull on 2x. So that's generally how the math goes. And I've been falling behind on some of these favorable odds here, losing out to the 10% quite often. So I'm really hoping that I don't get hosed on these void shards this coming weekend. Otherwise, I'm just going to be really salty. I mean, if I pull an insane void Lego or a couple insane void Legos, wink, wink, come on, then I'll be pretty happy. And then that'll be a pretty nice Christmas, I guess. I've lost out on Yuki Masa and that kind of hurts. But if I can pull a nice void Lego, then, you know, I'll be happy. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to share it with you guys. Obviously, a complete mental disaster on my part. I've lost one of the rares. This never happens. I never miss any fusions generally. But I think just the overall schedule of things, the stuff that your mental, you know, capacity can handle on a daily basis, I just think it was just overload. It's Christmas season and all that stuff. So bound to happen, I guess. All right, that's it. Have a great Christmas as well. If you guys are watching on the 25th, appreciate you all watching until the end. Best of luck in your polls, and we'll see you guys in the next video.